In a bowl here I've got the zest of 1 lemon, and now we want to add about 3.5 cups of cornmeal. Look at this yellow cornmeal. You could also use white cornmeal for this, but your cookies will not be as dark. And then we want flour, so 3 cups of flour. And this is going to be a rather heavy cookie. It's rather dry, but it's great in the afternoon with a cup of tea or with a glass of milk for kids. So you mix all of that up, and then we want some baking powder. About 2¼ teaspoons of baking powder go in, and then a ½ teaspoon of salt, and a cup of sugar. So there's my sugar. You mix all those dry ingredients together. And now what we want to do is put this into a stand mixer, because now we have to put in our milk and our butter. So in a mixer, it's best to transfer all of this, and I'm going to use my hands so I can be a little neat here. Get it all in, and we just want to whirl this around with some butter. You want to have melted now 3 sticks of butter, unsalted butter, and you want to have ready some milk. I would say about a ½ cup to 3/4 cup. I'm not sure how much milk this is going to take, but we'll see. That was 3 sticks, minus a tablespoon or so. And when it's damp like that, then you can start adding the milk. So now I want to put in the milk. This is about a ½ cup to 3/4 cup of milk, and you stop it as you're going along and feel the dough. If it feels too crumbly, well, you know you need to add more milk, and that's just a little too crumbly. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk, stop and feel it again, and if it kind of holds together, you see, then you know that you have enough milk in there, and that's plenty. And now we want to put in some vanilla. Oh, I like vanilla in cookies, so I'm going to put, about a tablespoon or so in. A tablespoon of vanilla. And then we want some pine nuts. About a ½ cup of pine nuts go in. And some raisins. And here you could use golden raisins or dark raisins. So there's about a ½ cup of raisins. And now all you do is mix this up with your hands until the raisins and the pine nuts are all well blended. So you get out a baking sheet, and it's best to line this with some parchment paper. And now you start to form some balls. So I take, about that much size of a small lemon, and just roll them under the palm of your hand. Get them kind of compact, you see, like that. And they're not going to rise very much, so you can space them not too close together, but you don't have to be too far apart, spacing them on your baking sheet. And this is going to make, about 2½ to 3 dozen gialetti, galletti, or zaletti, however you want to refer to them. And while you're doing this, you want to put your oven on at 375 degrees. These are going to bake, I would say, for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending on your oven. You're just going to have to gauge it. You're just going to have to watch it. And this is going to go in the oven now. We're going to keep our eye on this. 375 degrees for about 15 or 20 minutes. And when they are baked, you see, they look like that. Now let me show you how dry this cookie is. Let's take one right here. Very dry, but delicious. Cut right into it. And you see, it's a nice dry cookie because of that cornmeal. So how are we going to gussy them up a little bit? Well, let me show you. You get out some confectioner's sugar and take them while they're still warm. take them while they're still warm, and give them a really good coating. You may have to do this several times. So I think you get the idea on how to do the zaletti, gialetti, or galletti. I'm going to be saying that in my sleep today. Okay, there they are. Beautiful, aren't they?